Hello friends, my name is Vivek Sharma. Today we can cover this interesting problem that's called web crawler. So in this problem we have been given a start URL and an interface that's called HTML parser. Okay, and what we need to do, we need to implement a web crawler that will crawl all the links that are under same host name as the start URL. Okay, so in general, very quick, like what the web crawler is, right, and what it does. So web crawler is a like software component or software program itself that gets used by search engine, like almost all the search engines. Whenever we visit any website, right, on our search engine, let's say for example in this first example, right, if we visit like news.yahoo.com, right, then basically all the related URLs, this web crawler component that it travels through all the related URLs means if someone is visiting to the news.yahoo.com, it's pretty obvious that it can go like news dot topics like slash news dot topics like the different web pages. Similarly, it can go to the home page news.yahoo.com. Similarly, it can go to the news itself, news page. Similarly, if it is, it can goes to location page as well, like wherever it contain country location or some other location as well. So this is like pretty obvious. Related links are there, and if with the help of web crawler, search engine itself have those access, quick access, then it does not have to redirect or does not have to do like additional processing. It will quickly return the result of those web pages. So it is pretty important functionality from search engine perspective, but feel free to deep dive using the reference link Wikipedia or something. But um, to limit the discussion to this problem, we will just follow the steps that has been given in the problem itself. So your web crawler should do these following steps, right? We need to start from the page, that's a start URL. We need to call this API that's called get URLs, and it will give us all the URLs from a web page of the given URL. And we don't want to crawl the same link twice, and that perfectly makes sense. Explore only the links that are under the same host name as start URL. All right, so now we are having the requirement, and what we will do, we will try to understand this problem from the whiteboard as well, so that we are crystal clear what the problem is asking us to do. Okay, so we will start from the start URL, right, from here. So once we will start from here, we have been given this API HTML parser, and then this method get URLs. We will call this get URLs method, and we will pass basically this start URL to this API. That API has been given, right? So this API will return us the list of URLs. So these two URLs it will return. Okay, and then what we will check? We will check, okay, these news.yahoo.com, that is the host name here. So host name, generally the definition of host name, it has been given here, but generally if you see this bold part example.org, this is the host name, right? So in this case news.yahoo.com is the host name, in this case news.google.com is the host name. So whatever is coming this after http double slash, right, colon double slash, and before this slash, that will be our host name, the middle part. All right, so what we will do, we call that API. That API has provided us these two URLs, and then these two URLs we checked, okay, does it contain the host name or not, right? So if it contains the host name, then they are the eligible URLs, right, that we can visit. And let's say for example, if it give like this URL as well, right, and we will check, okay, if this URL also contains the host name or not. It says, okay, it does not contain the different host name. It does not contain the same host name, so it contains the different host name, right? So we are not going to visit this URL in this particular scenario. And then what we will do, we will again call our API that has been given, right? And then we will pass this new URL now, right? news.yahoo.com in this case, right? So in this case, we will pass this to our API, and then it will give us this URL, and we will check again, okay, if it contains the same host name or not. It contains the same host name, then we will then what we will do, we will add to our output or our list or whatever the structure we will take, we will add this URL to our result list, for example. Okay, and then uh, we will check, okay, we will pass this URL again, and then we will check the API if it is giving something or not. In this case, like, there is no connection here, right? So it will not give any other further list. So till the time we will store this URL, this URL, this URL, and this URL, and then we will return these four. Okay, so this is the problem description in very simple words. Now this is the example 2 that has been given. So let's say we start from this URL, and our API that has been given that returns these two URLs to us. Then we will check, okay, if it contains news.google.com or not. So it says, okay, news.yahoo.com, that's not same as the news.google.com. Here also news.yahoo.com, that also not same as the news.google.com. So it means the host name is different here, right? So the host name should be same as the start URL, right? So start from the start URL, and basically it says the same host name as start URL. So see this bold part in the requirement, so that we need to follow, right? So it does not same, it is not same. Then basically what we will do, we are not going to store any of these, right? So the connection basically and in fact this API will return this as well, because this dotted line is also there. But however, they all are the different host name. But let's say our API return all these three, and these three URLs are from the different host name, so we are not going to consider those. So we will return only the start URL, because the start URL is still having the same host name. I mean, not the same host name, but the given host name, news.google.com. So we will return this guy as an output. Okay, so this is the just going through the problem, that this is the problem has been given to us. Now how we are going to solve this problem, or what are the patterns or facts we are seeing after this problem, right, while walking through this problem. So the important point here is we are starting from this start URL, and if we consider this whole structure as a graph, right, and then we consider these cloud or URLs in the cloudy shape, we consider these URLs as a nodes, different nodes of our graph. Then let's say we start from this node, this is our start node, and then we call some API, right, and that will give us this list. And then let's consider these again, the list that we are getting from that API, let's consider those as the neighbors of the node, right. Then if we traverse these neighbors, and then we further um, start with any other neighbor, and then we do the same thing with other neighbors as well. This strategy is called breadth first search strategy, right? So if we simplify that in the simple terms in the graph terminology, and if we see from the searching strategy, then it is a breadth first search, and we can start basically our implementation with taking the queue, right? So with the queue we can store the start URL, and we call API, we get the list, and then we will walk through. But this is clearly breadth first search strategy, so we can be sure about that. Okay, so this is like breadth first search we can apply here to solve this problem. Now as the breadth first search, we take the queue, right, and let's say I'm naming these nodes as a 0 1 2 3 4, just for the simplicity, right, for here, so that we don't have to write all these long string here. So let's say we stored 0 to our queue, and then we pull this 0 from the queue, right. So we start from here now. Okay, and we call our API that returns us, let's say for example it returns us 1 3 and 4. However, 4 is the different host name, but let's say our API is returning these three connected URLs, because it's even dotted, but it's still connected to the start URL. So we can store that to the queue 1 3 4. Okay, and even before storing we will check, like, okay, one, is it having the same host name? If it is having the same host name, we will be storing to the queue. Similarly, news.yahoo.com, that's also the same host name as the start URL, we will store to the queue. And here we will check, okay, news.google.com, oh, that's not the same host name, so we are not going to store this guy, right, we are not going to store this guy to the queue, so we will not be storing 4 here. Okay, All right, so now the queue size is 2, right? So what we will do now, we will poll 1. So we polled 1 here. And also another important point here is basically we are marking these nodes as a visited as well. So let's say visited, like the yellow part is the visited, right? So this is like visited, this is also visited. Okay, so why we are doing that? So that we don't want to visit the same node again and again, and that's also mentioned here. Do not crawl the same link twice, right? So that's the part of the problem description. So now we polled 1, and that is 1 here, and then it returns, let's say we call our API again, and it gave us this URL, and that's stored at the second location. So we inserted 2 here. Okay, that's a connected URL. So we inserted this guy, and then we marked 1 as a visited here, and now we polled 3. Okay, so now we polled 3, and then we call that API again, and then it did not return anything, right? It did not return anything. What does that mean? Because that's basically, I am just marking it as a visited with a yellow color, right? So this is visited, this is visited. Okay, and this is also visited because we already inserted to the queue. Once we will insert to the queue, we will mark it as a visited. So I was telling, like, once we will pass this URL to our API, it's not going to return any URL because there is no other connections to this URL, right? So we are not going to insert anything to the queue. Now what we will do, we will poll 2 from the queue, and 2 is this guy, right? And 2 also will not return anything. We will call, if we will pass this URL to our API, it will not going to return anything, right? Because there is no another connected URLs. So that way, these yellow part that we already visited here, right, that will be our output, right? So this is also visited here. We will take the yellow color. Okay, so these 4 URLs will be our output. Similarly, if we will do the same fashion, like this start URL will be our output, because these guys API will return these URLs, but they are already on the different host name. So basically we are not going to store them into the queue, and we are not going to mark them as a visited as well. So I hope this is clear. If this is clear, then coding is pretty straightforward. And another important point here is, whenever we are marking them as a visited, it's always uh, important to carefully look for the correct data structure as well, because if we are marking it as visited, like, we don't want to repeat that. And for that, suitable data structure is set, because set maintains the uniqueness, right? So it's easier to take the set and then just make sure that it does not repeat again. So that was on the side note. So let's do this. Okay, so let's start with the base condition. So if start URL equals to null, or start URL dot length itself is 0, right, then just return the empty list here. All right, now as we have seen here in the whiteboard, we can take the queue because it is the breakfast search, and we can insert our start URL to the queue. Okay, and let's take another set as well. Why set? Because we will use this set to store the nodes that we are visiting, right? So let's say visited new has set. All right, let's correct the typo here. So visited dot add start URL. Now let's apply the BFS template that we already know, right? This should be straightforward. So if queue is not empty, then what we will do, we will poll the URL from the queue, right? So let's go ahead and poll, and here we can call this API HTML parser.get URLs to get the list. So remember when we were doing from the whiteboard, when we are starting with any node, right? So if I do undo all these things basically to clean it up, right? So once we are starting from this start URL, right, then what we were doing, we were calling that API, and that API were returning these 2 connected URLs. So that's what exactly we are going to do here. So this API will return us the list. So list of string URLs, HTML parser. What is this HTML parser? This is the same parameter that has been given to our method. And let's call this get URLs and pass this URL. So every time we are passing this URL, why? Because in this case we will be passing this start URL and it will return these two URLs or three URLs in fact, right? Because this is also dotted connected by the dotted lines, means just for our understanding that it is a different host name, but still that API can give us the connected URLs, right? Then again in the next iteration we will pass this URL, then it will give this connected URL. And again if we pass basically this URL, right, there is no connected, right? So it's basically connect, it says the different host name but it's not any other neighbor. So if it does not have any neighbor, it will not return anything, but if it is it is having any neighbor, it will return this get URLs, will return the URLs. All right, very good. So and let's not get confused with these dotted lines. So let's say if this is the dotted line, maybe it is the neighbor of this one, but it is on the different host name. So we will make sure before inserting to the queue if it is having the same host name or not. If it is having the different host name, we are not going to insert to the queue. So that's the check that we need to make here. Okay, so string and let's say u means URL here, URLs, and then we need to check here u dot contains host name, right? If it should contains the host name, and which host name, that is on the start URL, right? So let's do this as well. Let's take the host name. So what is host name here? uh, Start URL, we need to use the same host name because that's the problem is saying we need to use the same host name, right, as the start URL. And how we will get this host name, right? So here that's a good question. So this example.org is the host name, so that is basically after these double slashes and then this single slash, so in the middle part that is the host name. So in this case let's say news.yahoo.com, in this case news.yahoo.com, is in this case news.google.com is the host name. So how we will get that host name? That's let's say my URL is http colon xyz.com and then slash something, right, blah or whatever, right? Then in this case my host name is this xyz.com. And how I can get this host name? What I can do, I can, this is a string, I can consider this as a string, I can split based on this slash, and once I split based on the slash it will give me this part. One part is this, second part is like the blank, or it's not blank, it's empty. This is like 0th index, this is first index, and this is the second index. So whatever will be on my second index, that will be my host name. Okay, so that's what I can do. So let's go ahead and do that. Start URL dot split here based on this guy slash, and then this is the second index. Okay, as we have seen on the whiteboard, right? So we will do with the split with the slash, basically this is first part, this is second part is basically this empty thing, and third part of the second index will be our host name. So now we are having the host name and we can check, okay, it should contains the host name and it should not be visited, right? So not visited dot contains u, and if it is the case, then let's go ahead and store this new URL to the queue again and then mark it as a visited. Okay, once we are done, let's go ahead and return the visited in our output. So because the output is the list, so we are wrapping this set into the list, under the list, right? So that's what we are doing. Let's quickly check for the compilation error. So I think it's compiling fine. Quickly for the time complexity, so here TC means time complexity, it is a short form I'm using somehow. And so time complexity, basically it will be like linear, but here we are using this contains method, and this is again a string dot contains, so it is again the linear time, right? So in this particular case, that's whatever we are using, it will be like kind of the m into n. So m is basically if it is the whole list length, and n is the particular URL, then it will be m into n, right? And the space complexity will be n by n, because at one time we are storing only one URL at the one time, right? So whatever the max URL will be there, that will be the complexity for the space complexity, right? So here n is one URL, and this m is URLs basically. So URLs means the whole list of the URLs that we are getting from this API. So hope this is clear. If we ignore this contains part, we can say it's linear, but we cannot ignore this because internally it takes the linear time. String.contains, it takes the linear time, so that's why I'm considering this as well. All right, so this is, I think, pretty much it, and then let's go ahead and try to submit. So this is, looks like this concept is working fine. Now what we can do, before ending this video, just a very quick summary. First of all, we need to design the web crawler here, and we need to follow the exactly the same steps that we have been given. And if we will see this diagram, then I think the picture will be pretty clear here, because they are already connected in the graph manner. And if we will start from the start URL and then we'll call this API, then it will give us the connected nodes basically, that we will consider it as a neighbors. And in the breadth first search, we use the queue data structure. So that's what exactly we are doing here. We are using the queue data structure. We are starting with the start URL and then calling the API that is giving us the other connected nodes or the connected URLs. And then again we are storing those URLs, connected URLs, to the queue, that further giving us the other connected URLs. And that's the way that we are just keep traversing using the breadth first search strategy. And then we are and whatever the URLs coming along the way, we are just collecting those URLs, because we don't have to visit one URL more than one time. That's why we are using here the set, so that it will be little bit cleaner, like just maintain the uniqueness of the string or the URL. So URL here is the string, so that's why I mentioned string, but they are definitely URLs, right? And then once this processing is done, we are wrapping this around the linked list, so that we can maintain this return type as well. I think this might be helpful. Thanks a lot. Have a good one. Bye.